So I had a few interesting conversations with some people that worked in trades over the last few weeks, from people in forming to plumbing to electricians. And I kind of heard the same messaging from everyone. So they are now hearing from their superiors that there are not the project starts that they're used to seeing. They know now that there are not projects ready for them to go work at. We know this, we talked about it in the past. We know how many less sales have happened in the pre-construction market. It's pretty much on life support in terms of the pre-construction segment. And we as realtors or even mortgage brokers, we're the leading indicator in the economy, especially when it comes to things around interest rates. So we've felt this pain or this recession over the last 2 years, and the tradespeople like forming, plumbing, electricians, they're going to start feeling it very soon, because they're used to, we're used to there being about 23 to 27, 20,000 completions of these high-rise developments. Now we're talking high-rise plumbing and electricians and forming, right? They're used to that many. And when you take a look at the number of, or the lack of start in this segment, the upcoming years, 2027, 2028, 2029, the projections are around 5,000 completions. So we're going from 23, 25, 27, 30,000 completions to 5, right? So let me just paint this picture now. If sales don't happen in the pre-construction segment, digging these massive holes don't happen. If those massive holes don't get dug, forming doesn't happen. The forming workers are feeling it now, because there's been 2 years of very little sales. I know people in forming that are now working in like manufacturing. Now, some of these people will find jobs in other areas of the economy, manufacturing, service, whatever it might be. Those that don't, we're going to probably start to see the unemployment rate affected because of that. But this segment is used to seeing that many starts and that many projects on the go. Now, I think every crane in the sky, I read, it represents about 500 jobs. And I think there's about 90 less cranes in the sky, which will represent around 45,000 jobs, okay? So like I said, some of those people will find jobs elsewhere. Some of them will be unemployed, depending on how long sales is affected. If we started selling tomorrow, then you could argue that there might be a year or two lag between when the next project would start, okay? So what does that mean? Not just for the labor market, but then for delivery of these homes that we think we need based on the demand and the size of our population, the growth. Again, what does it mean down the line for that? Does it mean that we're going to have a pricing spike because the demand is going to go up by that time? Does it also mean that we may not have the labor market that's needed to complete those projects when the demand comes back, because some of those workers may find jobs in other segments of the economy and they don't come back to these trade jobs? We don't know. But just to kind of highlight the implications that this segment, the pre-construction high-rise segment of the market, has on the entire economy, employment, and then future demand for housing. Let us know your thoughts on this topic.